Alright, and we are live with a live WWE Raw review from tonight's Raw from June 2nd, 2014. Here with a nicely sunburned Josh with a special guest making a special appearance.
Hey.
And also the bizarre one, Dave, as always. How are you guys doing tonight?
Well, I'm burnt, obviously. But I'm doing alright.
Yeah, let's get into this kind of action-packed, monumental Raw. I guess you could say monumental Raw. We had a major change of scenery, I guess you could say. But let's get into it. Raw started off with pretty much them replaying what happened last night on Payback, and pretty much gave us the results of. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Gave us the results of what happened, and so on and so on, and also replayed the slap Brie Bella gave to Stephanie McMahon. That literally slapped the piss out of her. She seemingly peed her pants last night. That's at least what rumors are having. The Evolution opened up Raw, and we'll cut a long story short. Batista quit.
For
the third time, I believe. Is it third or second time?
I think it's the second time. Because we know the wheelchair one. Wheelchair one. But other than that, there was no quit.
Yeah, it was pretty much going around the internet saying that he was going to be leaving for a little while. Yeah. He hasn't quit. He signed a 2-year deal, so he's not going.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, everyone knows that. Except
he's doing.
He'll probably be maybe back by some Royal Rumble, surprise entrant. Who knows?
Oh no! Don't give me that again.
He'll be back sooner. Because he's just out for the summer to promote his movie. He'll make an appearance sometime in the fall, maybe Hell in a Cell.
Okay,
before Survivor Series.
I don't want to see him at number 30 in the Rumble next year.
Oh yeah, I don't think he'll be number 30. So yeah, he quits, and Triple H and Batista kind of had some exchanging of words. Well, pretty much Triple H really.
He owned him,
saying that he would choke anyways, even if because Batista pretty much wanted his title match against Daniel Bryan, or anyone pretty much. And Triple H said even if he had one, he'd probably choke anyways. Kind of calling him out. Ooh, yeah, he went there. And that pretty much led to Batista quitting. Yeah, and then we got to the first match of the night, which was a tag match. Tag matches were pretty popular tonight. We got our first tag match of the night, which was Sheamus and Rob Van Dam versus Cesaro and B&B Bad News Barrett. What is your thought? Did you see Raw through its full thing, Josh?
I'm currently watching it right now. It's that match that's going on, and I looked at the results, and I know almost everything that happened.
Okay, well I'll give my ask Dave first since he's actually seen the match. Did you enjoy the match, and how are your thoughts? Well, you don't know. You're watching it right now. Give us your play-by-play.
It was pretty good. I mean, it wasn't bad. I didn't like the one part that I don't know if Josh said what happened in this match.
Yes, he knows the results. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, I didn't like the fact that he walked out on him, but that made Cesaro look like kind of a weak heel.
I agree with you on that, but maybe they're setting up something with Cesaro and Barrett.
That's actually happening right now. Yes, I actually hope it does. I hope it does. Yes. Because Wade Barrett, he's such a good talent, but his style needs someone of like a Sheamus or a Cesaro type style in order for those matches to be good.
But Cesaro beat him.
Yeah. I mean, you don't even have to turn either one of them face, and also it's kind of getting into that Money in the Bank feel where it's like one for all, and screw Barrett. I'm not gonna risk my body or whatever against the tag match when the Money in the Bank is right down the a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I want to go get that briefcase.
Yeah, screw Barry. He just left him in the ring to take on two guys.
Yeah, so it ended up being. I thought the match was better than I thought it would have been. Rob Van Dam and Sheamus pick up the victory because, like Dave says, Cesaro walks out on Wade Barrett.
And all of this was to set up tomorrow night a main event, which is Barrett and RVD for the Intercontinental title.
Yes, and a rematch.
We all know that.
Yeah, there's no way Barrett is losing the title to RVD. Yeah, no chance. Like I said, I'd bet my house on that. But Barrett should
guarantee it.
Yes, 100%. Barrett and Cesaro take the loss, and maybe SmackDown we see something with Tina too. I don't know. Who knows?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Then let's get to the guy who I don't know what the fuck they're doing with, and that's Damian Sandow.
Stevenson.
They were in Indiana tonight, and he comes down with a Lance Stevenson jersey. Pretty much dogs the Indiana Pacers and the team and Lance Stevenson.
It was the biggest reaction he got in a while, though.
Yeah,
well, of course, because he's bashing a hometown team.
It's a big pop he's got in a while. I mean, he has to have done something wrong to get heat like to be doing this crap. He had to do something that pissed somebody off.
I don't know if it's that or they just don't know what the hell they want to do with him.
I think they just
what happened with Triple H.
But they just don't know what to do with him because, like, he is good on the mic. He's good in the ring. He's not outstanding in a lot of things, but he's not bad in anything. So they don't know what to do with him.
Put him back with Cody Rhodes.
No.
Well, they're both looking like crap right now.
So you don't put two pieces of shit together and try to get it better, you know?
Hey, they worked the first time.
It worked the first time, but that
they were a solid tag team when they first started. But right now, I just don't think. I think they both need to be singles, especially Cody.
Do you think Cody wants to be in another tag team when he's done with Goldust? No.
He's playing with Goldust right now, anyway.
I know, but I said when he's done. When he's done, he does not want to be another tag team.
I know, but I mean, he's just playing with him. I mean, it's just funny.
And people that are watching, our Q&A is up. So if you have anybody has any questions or comments, our Q&A is up. So yes, Cesaro comes down. Big Show ends up coming out and knocks him out. Ugh. That's all I got to say about that segment. Wasn't even worth my breath of talking. Then we got our second match of the night, which is Bo Dallas, the inspirational Bo Dallas, versus Kofi Kingston. I actually enjoyed this match. I didn't think it was that bad. Dave?
Yeah, I mean the match wasn't much of a match, but I mean it was okay for his little 5 minutes he got on there.
I was following on Twitter on Busted Open Radio, and a guy tweeted to them, it would be awesome if Bo Dallas had a submission hold to where he, told the guys not to give up, because you know how he says to believe.
I love that.
That would be fantastic.
I love that.
That would be the greatest ever, but I know it won't happen. But I think
doesn't Bo Dallas's gimmick come off almost like Bray Wyatt's?
No, it comes off as the complete opposite.
To me, they almost seem one and the same because they're trying to do almost the same thing in a way, create this whole little illusion of their own little world.
That's true, but they're doing it through two separate ways, so it's
yeah,
different.
I agree, but I'm just saying, it just seems they look so much alike. It's just like
because they're brothers.
I know that, but I'm just saying that's.
I mean, they look alike. They sound alike.
Better. Well, I got a brother. I don't look exactly like him.
They don't look exactly alike, but they.
Well, no, but you can tell.
Face, they do. Well, yeah, we're getting off topic.
But anyways, yeah, but I like Bo Dallas. I mean, I'm curious to. I'm curious to see where they go with him because they totally, like I said earlier on Twitter, they killed Adam Rose, and I just hope they don't kill Bo Dallas. And I like that they're really making like that corny heel, to where he just makes fun of your team or your town just for stupid, simple little stuff. I like that. But like you said, the match wasn't very much of a match. Bo Dallas hasn't really been tested quite yet. So.
And he can have good matches.
Oh yeah, he was pretty good in NXT.
We know he can have good matches. It's just how can those matches translate into audience reaction? That's basically what they're looking for on that.
Yeah.
Because, like, yeah, you could do this one little move that's really good fundamentally, but if you don't get a pop, like, what's the purpose of it?
And the perfect example is what happened tonight at the end of Raw, with who joined Evolution. So we'll get into that later, though. Bo Dallas picks up the win. After the match, he goes up to Kofi, tells him good job. I like that little gimmick to where he shakes the hands afterwards. And that's it. Pretty much in that segment. And then we go to Stephanie McMahon Helmsley coming down and making by far the hugest announcement in quite some time, and that is that the winner of Money in the Bank. She said, yes, let me get to it. If Daniel Bryan can't compete at Money in the Bank, which she already set a match, which would be, I'm not very fond of this, Daniel Bryan versus Kane in a stretcher match.
I'm not fond of that.
Jeez, really? A stretcher match? Or we get the title in the Money in the Bank match.
I hope that. I would love that. I would love that.
That would be awesome.
The winner gets the title. Oh boy! Imagine only having to pay $10 to see that pay-per-view.
Yeah, I know, right? That'd be awesome.
We all know it.
Grabs.
We all know it's gonna be a stretcher match. It has to be that option. But I would
Daniel
love
Bryan
to
would
see
absolutely cannot feel that he could go. I don't see that happening. I would see it's gonna be a Money in the Bank. I don't see it. There's no way Daniel Bryan is in wrestling. He just looks like he's better already.
But what if they made it where he was still the champion too, and they had, but like the Shawn Michaels with the Intercontinental title thing?
No, like that won't work. It won't work because the gimmick with the Authority is they want to get rid of that title off of him, right? So if you have a champion already that's not him, even though he kind of forfeited the title, you want him to earn it back. You don't want him to be co-champion.
I know they could do like a, I don't know, I guess we don't want to see another unification match again. We just had one last year.
No, I like the idea where they went. I mean, it makes sense. They have a plan A, they have a plan B.
I just hope it, if they goes that route.
I mean, it's not like they're rushing to change something if Daniel Bryan. It's not like they're saying Daniel Bryan will compete, and then last minute Daniel Bryan can't. They got to think of something. It makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense to give it. Yeah.
Don't like the gimmick match. I mean, I wish it was something else. But I mean, Buried Alive match I would have much rather have seen than a stretcher match.
When's the last Buried Alive match? What was the last one?
It's had to have been a couple of years.
I think it's Mr. Kennedy versus Undertaker. I think that's the last one. That was like in 2006, 2007? Something like that. But dang, it's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while. But
didn't they do one on SmackDown? Was that the one you're talking about?
No, they did one for Survivor Series.
Yeah, I remember they faced each other on a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I know that for sure. But John Cena ends up coming down, kind of vouching for Daniel Bryan that he shouldn't be stripped of the title. You're not trying to get that cheap pop, which he was not getting at all. And if Dixie Carter would watch some of Stephanie McMahon's work, she would get to know how to be a heel. Stephanie McMahon is awesome.
I love her as a heel.
She was great tonight. Man, she was on point. Damn. But that ends up to be one of the matches I did not want to see ever again is John Cena versus Kane. Oh, Lord.
I didn't mind that. It was like 2 years since we've seen him wrestle before.
Yeah, but you knew the match wasn't going to be the greatest.
It wasn't that bad.
It ended up being it ended up being a disqualification because Kane didn't break after where we beating his head in or something. We stopped on the 5 count.
Fixing Kane up.
Yeah, Kane will probably be in the Money in the Bank. If you think he's in the Money in the Bank if he's not in the main event? He would have to be, you would think.
No. I don't know. Yeah, he could.
Speaking of Money in the Bank, I've been hearing rumors, and I think this would be awesome if they do it, where Ryan does not get stripped at all. He keeps the title. Cesaro wins. Bryan drops the belt to Lesnar at SummerSlam, and Cesaro cashes in on Lesnar.
Yeah, but that was rumors. I don't think that's. I mean, that'd be awesome, but
If that goes, if that goes.
that'd be interesting.
There's been also talks of just Lesnar and Cesaro match. Paul Heyman not knowing who to stay with. Just a straight up match with those two.
Like, I can so see Heyman in this scenario. Like, he's trying to stop Cesaro cashing in on Lesnar. But Lesnar's exhausted. Somehow it's like a really close ending. And he just comes out, does the swing, or just neutralizer and just 1, 2, 3.
If he didn't swing on Brock Lesnar, that'd be great.
I know, that'd be damn good.
Yeah, but
this. If this happens to stay like it is, could you guys see you know who in the Money in the Bank and winning it for the title that fast?
Is you know who I think it is?
Yes, the guy who just joined. Could they do that?
Ooh.
That would be an interesting feud with him and Bryan. I would love that.
I can imagine him and the other two on top of the ladders trying to grab it, and then somehow Triple H and Orton just underneath knock out the other two, and he grabs it. That'd be interesting.
I think it's gonna be a tag match.
You think they're gonna take on like Orton and Rollins?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, that could be a Raw match, but I don't know.
You know what's funny? I thought you know who you were thinking of was CM Punk. That's who I thought. I was like,
CM Punk ain't coming back. You're crazy.
I don't want.
Anyways, let's get back to Raw. We're going off subject because CM Punk he ain't coming back anytime soon. Let's go back to Raw. John Cena wins, and the world.
I was about to say Cena loses. Wow, that's a
wins, and the world is happy. So yeah, let's get back to that. We go back to where Renee Young catches up with Randy Orton. Randy Orton says that things got heated earlier, and Batista took his ball and went home. Orton says that he and Triple H are still on the same page, and that he will face Roman Reigns later on tonight. So, main event was announced.
Shenanigans.
Roman Reigns and Randy Orton #shenanigans. Then we got the fucking storyline or feud that will never die in my fucking life.
Do we even gotta talk about this?
And that's I'm a 3B.
Just stop.
And
No.
Matador.
Press forward button at.
Why?
That's Matador's wins. Yeah.
Obviously. Like, why are we even talking about this?
Then we had a Divas match, which was Nikki Bella and Alicia Fox. Wait, I'm sorry. Nikki Bella versus Alicia Fox and Oksana. Nikki Bella getting punished because she said something to Stephanie McMahon in the backstage area. That's what they said on Raw.
That was not on video at all. You have to go on the app to go see it.
Yeah, it was on the WWE app. Yeah, so she gets punished, gets her ass kicked, and so on and so on. And then Alicia Fox. Right? What's that?
You said kicked?
Yes.
Oh.
And Alicia Fox.
Wait, was her ass kicked by Oksana or Alicia Fox? You said two names and threw me off.
Alicia Fox. It was a handicap match.
Oh, okay.
Yes, she was punished and put in a handicap.
I only saw one name.
Okay. After that crap match, which was a throwaway match, we had Eric Rowan and Luke Harper on the Tron, or on the screen. No Bray Wyatt tonight. No rocking chair. No one in the rocking chair, I'm sorry. So no Bray Wyatt. He was announced later that on SmackDown that Bray Wyatt would return. I guess he's going to come out and say something. I don't know. But Bray Wyatt will be on SmackDown this Thursday. Usually he is. I don't know why that's a big deal. Anyways, we get Eric Rowan and Luke Harper on the screen. Let's see. Harper says tonight they will make the Usos suffer and that they will pay for what they did. He also said retribution won't be full, and so they are put down. Harper says that he will not spare the flock and that they will suffer for their misdeeds and that they will
What does
burn.
that mean?
What?
What does that mean?
Suffer a flock?
Is he like gonna? They're a flock.
Basically,
They
they're
can
a flock of sheep. They're a flock of sheep, and they lost their shepherd as of that one night. So they would not run amok.
Okay,
They would act as though the shepherd was there, because they are domesticated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Makes
good
sense.
promo from Harper. I like it. He's definitely
Shocking he can talk that well.
he's one of the best big men WWE has had in quite some time.
Harper,
He is very impressive. Can we go back to Raw? We have Seb Coulter and Jack Swagger in the ring. He talks about illegal immigrants and says that they are taking our jobs. He tells everyone to rise and put their hand on their hearts and say, "We the people." And that's when Adam Rose and the Rosebuds interrupt and make their way down to the ring. I mean, the match wasn't bad,
It wasn't good either.
but I just think they screwed up on this character tremendously.
I mean, what is he? I mean, seriously, what is he
Adam
supposed
Rose?
to be?
I don't know if he's heel or face.
I mean, I don't know if he's
Because with
swinging
Coulter,
both ways or what with this character.
He's like a hippie partier 70s type dude.
It's 2014.
Yeah, it's just like he's living in the past kind of thing. I don't know. I don't even think they know what to do with him.
like the gimmick itself is really weird because it's like he's a party guy who loves to have fun and enjoys everyone's
Is
company.
it kind of like a mixture, like a bisexual character or something like that?
I honestly don't know, but like someone pointed this out earlier. Like,
It comes out like that.
yeah, so like, so he's a fun-loving hippie, loves to party all the time, but yet he'll fight people. Like, it just makes no sense when you say it like that.
And that's the way he comes off when he wrestles, though. It's like, is he trying to be like one of those wrestlers where he's like back and forth?
Like, that gimmick cannot go back and forth. You gotta go one way or another. You can be the jack.
Character's themes.
See, they can go two ways with this gimmick. He can be the jackass at the party, or he can be the hey, let's go have fun kind of guy. Right now, he's like in the middle, to me.
Just bring back Leo Kruger.
I think it would be if they wanted. I think it'd be interesting if they did like a split personality thing with him. If they had Leo Kruger and him being Adam Rose, they kind of split it somehow. I think that'd be interesting, but this gimmick sucks right now. I don't think they know what the hell they're going to do. But, well, I digress. We'll go next on to the list, which was Goldust getting a hand-picked tag team partner from his brother Cody against Rybaxel, and Cody ends up picking Sin Cara. Well, Dave, you said you actually liked the pick.
I didn't. I thought it was. I thought they were gonna win it at first. It's interesting, and then it seems like it's gonna be a running gimmick for the next couple weeks. Or Cody's probably gonna pick Hornswoggle on Friday or something.
I would love it.
I think Rhodes is gonna keep picking guys, and they're gonna keep losing.
Or he picks. They were gonna win, and that was gonna make Cody look stupid. That's what I thought was gonna happen at first.
Yeah,
No,
I mean that could have worked, but
They want Cody to look strong after this. So they gotta make him look like he's.
It's gonna build up to SummerSlam for them, those two.
Yeah, it will build up. But the reason why they're doing this is because they want him to be the reason why Wyatt. They want that I can't talk to that tonight. They want that to be the perception of him. Like, oh, he was the reason why they won those tag team championships. The reason why they were reigning for like 5 months. something nuts. But they want that to be. He was the reason. He was the reason Goldust cannot hang with these younger guys without Cody.
But it was who they lost the belts to. That was stupid.
Tag match wasn't bad though on Raw. I can't say it was a horrible match. But Ryback will do get the win. The match was alright. And we continue probably with this storyline to where Rhodes keeps picking people for Goldust. So, like Dave said, I probably would be shocked if we see something on SmackDown to where Rhodes picks someone for Cody. I just hope it's not against the same damn tag team every time.
Or it could be like how
after that we go ahead. Great Khali. Yeah.
Khali, yeah.
Oh Lord. Then we had the sexy Lana for Legs for Days Lana come down and announce Rusev.
She's more over than me.
Pretty
It's
much
easy. Okay, I gotta say this. I have to say this. When the industry is fueled by middle-aged men, they're gonna look more toward the 6-foot-something lady with long legs and a nice chest than a big, buff, meaty guy with an okay chest.
Yeah.
You know, it's predictable. It's predictable.
Oh, it's funny that she's actually an American when she's doing the Russian thing. That's kind of funny, I think. Which you've seen that before.
I just love it too much. Like, her accent's horrible, but it's good. How it's like she bashes
character. I love the character she portrays. She's good for him. I love seeing managers and the wrestling again.
I would love for there to be Rusev versus Swagger, so we can just have it like a debate between Coulter and Lana, and have Coulter be distracted at first.
Is she gonna start pulling a Deborah?
No. No, but you know what I mean. It'll be nice to have like a weird debate between like an older Vietnam veteran and a younger hot lady who's Russian. Have that little debate. It'll be nice.
Or we could have The Rock come back and take him on. Sorry, young viewers, it's a Rocky reference.
Okay.
It was an old movie.
But yeah, it's so much a celebration for Rusev. But let's get into the main event.
You forgot something. You forgot something.
Usos, the best match of the night.
Shoot!
You forgot Usos and
Oh my goodness
Rio and
gracious.
Ziggles.
I'm so sorry, Usos. My disrespect. Rowan Harper. Sorry.
We were just talking about Harper earlier, how he's like the best one of the best big.
Jeez Louise, my guy.
Did you forget about him that fast?
My bad. Yes, the Wyatt family versus the Usos, and quite the best match we've seen on Raw in some time.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh, and
I can't wait for the rematch.
solid tag match. Yes, it went for quite some time, and it's not. I just hope the Usos come up with some more spots, different spots, because those spots are gonna start getting tiresome after a while.
They
Same
better
old,
shine
same
up
old.
those titles.
I'm sorry.
They better shine up those titles, give them to the Wyatts.
Yeah, that's actually what's gonna happen here pretty soon.
Wouldn't be shocked. Yeah. Because the
It's gonna
Usos,
happen.
Usos, honestly, they've had a pretty nice run with the tag titles.
They have.
Think about it.
Either though.
What was that?
They did have that WrestleMania spot, but other than that, they haven't really defended them that much.
I don't know. They beat. I mean, they've been a major impact in storylines.
Yeah,
The
in
last
story,
couple
but they haven't really
months.
defended their titles and been a major factor in the tag team division, though.
I agree with both of you on this one. I agree with both. Because they have had a good run, but they haven't defended as much as they should have. The highlight of the run, the biggest highlight, is WrestleMania.
Yeah, but honestly, they don't really have very many guys to go up against, and it's when they do, it's the same tag teams over and over. When they do feud with a certain tag team, it's over and over and over and over, and then they get a title shot. That's what it is. You know, you can't downgrade a title run because they're facing tag teams that are, you know, what you think are really good tag teams. Like, you know, they had their run against Ryback and the run against the Rhodes brothers, and they have had it against the Wyatts, but the Wyatts haven't had a title shot yet.
Yeah.
They lost Matador. I mean, it just runs down the line of the people that they could have faced or faced that are just not tag teams that you're like, wow, that's a good tag team. They've really, they
WWE
haven't
isn't
faced
giving
Shield or anything like that, What's that, Dave?
I was saying they're not really giving something. Like you have 3 and B, you could throw in as a tag team if they wanted to. They could do different spots.
Yeah,
but
you could say the same thing. You'd be like, oh, well, that's 3 and B. That's still not a solid title run.
Yeah.
They're a solid tag team. They're
No. The point of championship matches, the majority of them should be suspension of belief or disbelief, I should say, because you want to have that curiosity of what's going to happen. You don't want to go in knowing. Who watches a pay-per-view over and over and over again, knowing the results over and over and over again, unless it's a damn good pay-per-view with a great moment, right?
I've seen WrestleMania a few times.
I know, that's why I said that last point.
If you go if you said, okay, Dave, Usos versus 3MB for the titles, $50. You got 3MB? You're gonna say no, man. I got the Usos. It's an automatic. You think the 3MB have a chance?
And have a title match on TV. You could do that.
Yeah, but still,
it's not too predictable.
It's just different from saying, hey, Dave, the Usos versus the Wyatt family, $50. Wyatt family, that's Wyatt family, yeah, maybe they could win it. You don't know. You throw in 3MB, you throw in Los Matadores.
Yeah.
Throw teams like that. Of course, you're gonna say, the Usos, the tag team division in the WWE right now, it's crap.
Which is weird because think about it, a year ago, it was great.
I don't think it's crap. It's better than the other company on Thursdays.
Compared to a year ago, it's crap.
Yeah.
A lot of the tag teams that were really good have broken up. The Real Americans. The Shield, they were more of a tag team. Then they went on to their own little thing where they were a 3-bunch, where they went to the feud with the Wyatts. And then now they went to the feud with the Evolution. It's the tag team division used to be more solid because the 3-man groups, such as the Wyatts and the Shield, were more in the tag team division. So you got more mixture of tag matches.
We can save it.
There's gonna be a separation here pretty soon with the Wyatt. You'll have the two runs. That's basically what they are. They'll start winning tag matches and become tag champions, and then Wyatt's going to go on his singles push. But yet they'll still be a stable. But with the Shield, there's the people were hoping they can do something like that, but there's just no way they can do that. There's not enough room up top because they wouldn't do tags together.
And speaking of the Shield, let's get into the main event of the night. And speaking of the tag match, the Usos and the Wyatt family, fantastic match. If you haven't seen Raw, when you watch this video, go back definitely and go check that match out. It was really good. The Wyatts win. Pretty much we'll see probably a rematch at Money in the Bank. No doubt about it. Is Dave still there or is he frozen?
I think I'm still here.
Yeah, he's still here.
All right. Now, main event. Evolution's Randy Orton versus the Shield's Roman Reigns. Shield in the ring, Evolution comes down, Triple H with his sledgehammer, and Rollins goes out and grabs the chair. And I swear to you, when Rollins grabs that chair, I said, is it Rollins? Because he gave Reigns a look for a minute, like he was going to smash that chair in the back of his, in the back.
And if you notice how far back he stood, too.
And then he didn't end up doing it. And then Triple H said there's a plan A, plan B, and then Rollins took a step back, hits Reigns with the chair. Ambrose looks in shock. Then hits Ambrose with the chair. I mean, he beats the living shit out of Ambrose with that chair. My lord, Dave.
This is great.
I think Dave froze.
Yeah, Dave froze.
Oh, no, you hear me?
He's back. But it's great because, as I was saying earlier before we started, Reigns is going to be face. Ambrose can go back and forth. He has that type of personality. He can easily go back and forth. Rollins is the type of guy that I believe has to be heel.
And Rollins has gotten a lot of mic time lately. Really, I think he's proven himself a lot lately with his promos and definitely in the ring, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm really shocked that they picked Rollins. Like, seriously, I did not think of all the three guys, they would have went with Rollins. But
A lot of people thought they were going to go with Roman Reigns.
or Ambrose.
They know Roman Reigns will be fine. Without evolution. He's easily fine. But usually when groups split up, only one comes out. Maybe this is them trying to salvage two superstars from one group instead of just one, which they can easily do. But I don't want Ambrose to be the odd man out. I believe he can be a good, high main card guy. And he
definitely.
can... Yeah, it just depends on how he develops into main event level. But I think he can do it. He can win people easily with his mic work.
Man, imagine Rollins Ambrose matches and Rollins Reigns matches. Man.
And Reigns Ambrose matches. Imagine the shenanigans in those matches.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be really nice. Really nice.
Get him too bad.
But I really do think that Rollins actually got the crowd against him.
Which is good.
Really booing.
Which is good.
Yeah, I think that's really good progress. And then if you're Rollins, man, you gotta be super stoked right now.
Because you got legitimate
pretty much giving you half the ball in your hand. You're gonna be a major part of the WWE storylines in the next couple of weeks. I mean, he already was, but man,
do something like this after last night.
Yeah, but I think tonight gives more people more like.
I'm going to say something here, and you most likely disagree with me. In the past 2 months, Rollins has been more impressive to me than Reigns.
I think the past year, Rollins has, since they've been together.
I wouldn't go that far.
I think Rollins has shined over everybody.
I don't know about that. I think Rollins progressed into what he was. And I think really proved himself in the last. I think in the first year, I think it was Reigns, and then Rollins. I think the last couple of months, Rollins has really shined. Like in matches, when you're talking about matches, the MVP or the thing that most impressed you the other night was something Rollins did, or something Rollins countered, or some kind of move Rollins did. I mean, the last couple of or a promo that he did before the match started. Rollins has been really, really impressive lately, and they really saw something in him. Obviously, now that he's joined Evolution,
Perfect.
The sky's the limit now. I mean, title shot maybe. I don't know what the hell they're gonna do with this now. Reigns to me is gonna be the future of the WWE, without a doubt. That man can take a pounding and still go out at the next night and wrestle. He's kind of like a John Cena, so to speak, but better.
But here's the thing: in order to build your future, you gotta have a good supporting cast.
Yeah, and I think Reigns right now
for every Rock in Austin, there's a Mankind, there's a Kane, there's an Undertaker, there's the Apostolites. There's I can just go on and on. Triple H, Chris Jericho, like each superstar has their supporting cast. With Hogan, it was Randy Savage, Andre the Giant, and I can go on and on about that one. I can't go on about Bruno because I'm not that familiar that far. But it'll be Reigns head, and then Ambrose, Rollins will be the two main co-stars. Easily.
Dave, any thoughts?
I think you look at Ambrose and Rollins. They knew who they had when they hired these guys. You know, you're using these guys to help bring Reigns along. I think, if anything, because these guys are already proven in the Indies, but they were already skilled on. They were there to help Reigns, I think, on the mic.
I think they're definitely there to boost Reigns. That's for sure. I agree with you on that.
Remember when he first came in? Hardly spoke.
Yep, never said a word, actually. Yeah.
Now you can't get him to shut up.
WrestleMania, it seemed like Reigns just took over a lot as like the shining star of the group.
I swear,
But
go on
Rollins
YouTube.
always had his spots, but I think Reigns just started to speak out more, and his character started to develop a lot better. I'm not saying he's better or worse than Reigns or Rollins.
Go on YouTube and look up double triple power bomb. It's the funniest thing I've heard from WWE in a long time. It's amazing. It just shows like how relaxed he is now in the environment that you can go on the biggest stage and just do that stuff.
Yeah, so major kudos to WWE for giving Rollins his chance. That's pretty.
This was a huge
awesome.
night with that, though.
But I'm really, really concerned about Ambrose.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Ambrose the last few months too.
Like, remember that point in time where everyone thought, oh, he's gonna turn on them. He's gonna be the one to turn. He didn't. It's odd. The guy that you would expect to turn doesn't, but the guy that you didn't expect turns. But it's great that guy did. It makes no sense, but it's perfect because it doesn't make sense.
It was funny how Reigns slapped Rollins on the shoulder and said, "Yeah, we're brothers. That's why we stick together when we won." That was just so funny. And then he's like,
Yeah, smacked he beat the shit out of him with the chair. Man, my goodness. But
It's because we're brothers.
that pretty much sums up Raw tonight. We had Rollins join Evolution, Batista quit, and a pretty awesome tag match between the Usos and the Wyatt family. Any last thoughts, Dave or Josh, on tonight's Raw?
I believe that Dallas needs a submission move.
"You believe or you believe?"
I believe.
Okay.
It's a good idea, right? Have him.
I know. That's a good idea too.
Tell him, hey man, don't give up, don't give up. That'd be so perfect.
Oh, good try anyway.
That would be perfect, man. That'd be excellent.
It will be such a great move.
He's like, "Yes, I'm winning."
Oh, you know we missed the match. Dolph Ziggler versus Alberto
I
Del
said
Rio.
this. I said this. We missed Rio and Ziggles.
Oh, did I? Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
And in a qualifying for the Money in the Bank, Del Rio wins. WWE hates Ziggler. That's it. WWE hates Ziggler. My God. You can't even have Ziggler in the Money in the Bank match just to make the Money in the Bank match a little bit better? Golly.
They hate stand-up.
How long has this? How long has this shit fest been for him? I'm dead serious on this.
He has been on a losing streak from hell, man.
Ever since the AJ thing.
And this guy was like a Money in the Bank winner like 2 years ago. And won the title, too. Jeez.
And then lost it immediately.
Yeah, but Sandals was by far the worst.
Yeah.
Because at least with
bad for that,
Ziggler,
man.
he's not getting humiliated on nightly basis.
Yeah.
He's just losing a lot.
Yeah.
Reminds me of something from Triple H's DVD. Vince
Well, at
McMahon
least
told
they're
me,
not better.
yeah, he has to learn to eat lots and lots of shit and like it. So I guess
Yeah.
Triple H is trying to break him.
But yeah. Interesting Raw tonight. I can't wait to see what happens next week on Monday Night Raw, which
Shenanigans.
me and Dave will be back. Maybe with Josh. Maybe. Who knows? Josh will be making special appearances here and there.
I will try my best.
He will not do TNA, so don't even ask. Do not ask Josh to do a TNA video, because he probably doesn't even know what TNA is.
I've lost track of so much of what's going on in TNA.
Yeah, so don't even ask. Don't even try.
Who is Eric Young's champion now, right?
Yeah, it's just a whole
Or is it MVP now?
bunch of crap's going on in that company. But anyways,
Eli should
Dave
have
and
been champion years ago.
Dave and I will be back next Monday night right after Raw, maybe with Josh, who knows.
Maybe.
And
That's how I feel.
make sure you check out tomorrow night's main event. If you have time, check out Bizarre 1000, BIZZARR 1000. tweets during these live events, especially Main Event and SmackDown. So check it out.
I hope Main Event's good again because it's been crappy the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. So, and he also does WWE picks of the week on Twitter. I think it's the same thing, right? At Bizarre1000, if I'm not mistaken. Does network picks of the week. He doesn't have the day he does them. He just kind of does them randomly during the week. So just check him out.
So consistent.
And then also, if you don't haven't watched Legends House this past Thursday, check that bitch out because that was by far one of the best episodes of Legend House.
Check out Takeover too. I almost said Takeout.
Just get the network while you're at it.
You might as well just get the damn network. I mean,
Subscribe to the network.
I'm not like working for WWE or promoting, but Jesus Christ,
It's way over the top.
We just got the money from WWE for promoting the network here.
All right, cha-ching, cha-ching, right here, baby. Money, it checks in the mail. But yeah, you gotta get it. It's the content on it alone is worth it.
Just the pay-per-views is worth it. 3 pay-per-views, yeah.
Pay-per-view is only $10, yeah. So, anyways, that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for tonight with Josh and Dave and I. We appreciate Josh for joining. We haven't seen him in quite some time. He used to be the three amigo in our group, and life becomes busy, and now he has his own thing to do. So he can join us when he can, and we do appreciate it when he does. So next week, Dave and I will be back live, hopefully with some more outstanding Raw reviews. And we thank everybody for watching our last night's video. It was pretty successful. We are going to start doing that same format where we start the main event first, and then lead on down the card from there, because I and Dave realized, well, Dave mostly, that we don't really talk more about the main events when we do pay-per-views because we talk so much about the stuff before it. So it's nice to know that he figured that out, and now we can go that route. So yeah. Anyways, Josh, any last thoughts? Because we won't see you for a while probably.
Nah, I'll most likely be here next week.
Oh, a little tease there. Hey, people, a little tease there. Seems like our videos do shine a little bit more when Josh is on the cam.
It's because of this beautiful face.
Hey, whatever works, man. Whatever works.
Hey.
So, yeah, little tease. He might be back next week. Dave, you still there?
Yes, I am.
Any last thoughts before we head out?
I guess that's it. I don't know what else to say.
All right, Dave is speechless. We have left Dave speechless. All right, you guys have a great one, and we will be back next Monday.